Hey guys, this is the Fairy Vibrant Makeup channel, and I actually wanted to film another video. I just filmed my first impressions on, or not first impressions, but kind of like a review and comparison of my backlight primer and my first light primer from Becca. So if you want to see that, I will link that down in the description bar. And I'm sorry I didn't film any videos. I forgot to say this in my last video. But I'm sorry I didn't film a video last week. It's been very stressful for me. I have a lot of issues with my family. Not issues, not bad things, but just, I've been just stressed about my mom's health, and I do want to say, because I know that I had mentioned that she has lymphoma, or she had lymphoma, because good news is she's in remission, so I'm very excited about that. And I've just been all over the place because the chemo has been really hard on her, and I didn't want to, I just did not feel like filming. It was just not a good week for me, and I was super stressed about some stuff at work, so I apologize 1,000 times, but life gets in the way. What can you do? But now that I'm feeling a little bit better and more confident that my mom's going to be getting better, she's in remission, she's cancer-free, I just have to keep positive. Yeah, so, but she's just having a lot of issues with her chemo. That's pretty much it. But she's doing okay. So, enough about that. I really don't like to get into too much of my family issues, but just wanted you guys to to know if I do miss a week filming, it's just due to my anxiety or stress or family stuff. It's stuff that I need to take care of before I film, and do note that I do have a job and I do have a full-time responsibility as a mother and a wife, and I want to make sure that my children and my job is my focus right now. I know this YouTube thing is just for fun, but I do like doing it nonetheless. It does make me feel a lot better. So anyways, let's get into what this video is about. I'm sorry, that mirror was actually distorting my light, so I moved it out of the way. I apologize. I'm not perfect. But anyways, I picked up these Stila. These are the, what are they called again? Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. Now, I had this one Smoldering Satin for quite some time, so I've played with it a bit in my videos. I don't know if I filmed those, but if I did, I will link those down below in my description bar. And then I picked up this one. This is the black one. This one's called Molten Midnight, so that's what it looks like. I love the packaging because it's square, it's kind of sleek, and when you store it, I can store it flat like that. I only have 2 colors, that's all I have. But I'm going to do a demo for you today and kind of show you, because I have not used the Molten Midnight yet. I've used the Smoldering Satin, but I wanted to do a look based on the Molten Midnight and maybe add a little bit of this into it so you guys can see what it looked like on the eyes, and also kind of see if it's for you, if you really like that glitter. I personally love glitter. I love anything glitter, so this was kind of like right up my alley. So I'm going to actually use for my bases and my lid stuff. I actually grabbed the wrong palette. I was going to use my Anastasia, and I don't want to use that one. I actually want to use something a little bit more on the neutral side, since this eye is probably going to be pretty intense. So I'll use my neutral basics. What is the Ultimate Basics from Urban Decay. This one is my favorite neutral palette. If you're wondering what kind of my favorite palettes are, like neutral, bolds, glittery, metallics, let me know and I can do a video based on that. But anyways, this is what it looks like. I love this palette. It is my go-to palette. I've used it extensively, and I love the way they all blend. So I'm going to use this as my basis, and then I will add my Stila stuff on top. For my base, as far as primer, this is actually an eyeshadow from Bare Minerals, the 5-in-1. I actually got this as gratis, so that's what it looks like, and this is the shade Soft Linen. I actually use it for a primer for my eyes, so I have nothing on my lids right now, so I'm going to zoom you in, and we're going to get started. Alright, so let's get started. So using my BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow from Bare Minerals as my primer for my eyes. I'm going to just put this on top. That way I have my eyes nice and primed. I like this because it doesn't crease, because it is meant to be an eyeshadow, but I feel like it gives me what I want as far, because I can't really wear cream eyeshadows. I basically use them as bases. That's just what I do. Alright, forgive me if I keep reaching back. Whoa! I did not have my brushes on hand. I should have done that before. But using my flat shader brush from Wet n Wild, which would be this guy right here, I'm going to dip into, let's go into Blow. So this guy right there. Excuse me, my neighbors are really, really loud. You can hear that. So I'm actually going to set my eyes. I like setting my primer just because I feel like I need to with my my oily lids. So if you have oily eyes, I do suggest setting your primer. Okay, so now I'm going to dip into, excuse me, that was my son. He was asking me a question, but this is Commando, and this is going to be my crease shade. So I'm using a fluffy crease brush from Wet n Wild to do so. And I actually filmed a couple videos for you guys, but they just didn't pan out because I was not, like, my stress level was high and I just wasn't feeling it, so I ended up deleting them. So I apologize for that, but I want to give you guys as best quality as I can. All right, so I got my crease color. Now it's time for the lid. All right, I don't think I want to use the Molten Midnight by itself. I kind of want to put a base underneath. Ooh, blurry, I'm sorry. So I'm actually going to use Blackjack in the palette, this one right here, to put all over my lids, and that way I can blend everything together. And this is pretty, it's not dark, it's not like a jet black, but it does have some fallout. Do be mindful, it does have a little bit of fallout. But I just want to create my base first. And just build on top of these matte colors. So there we go, and then get my crease brush really quick. Dip into Commando, which is what I used in my crease before, and I'm just going to blend out the edges. And I like doing these talk through type of tutorials just because I feel like I can explain it a little bit better as I'm doing it versus doing a voiceover, which I can't always remember what I did. So there you go. We want just a soft base. We don't need to go too harsh on it. So let's do the other eye. Sorry, my skin's been really, really dry lately just because of the, we had snow yesterday. When it's cold and windy, that's when my face dries out really bad. So I apologize if my skin doesn't look the best. But who's perfect, right? So I'm just blending out the edges. Like so. Alright, now I feel like it's time to put on my Molten Midnight. So real quick, I wanted to show you a swatch of it because it's really pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So there is Molten Midnight. So I'm trying to make sure it focuses. Focus! Oh, so pretty. And then I will show you a swatch of Smoldering Satin. Pretty, pretty. So there are the two shades that I have. Oh, these are just so pretty. So pretty. Alright, so let's go on, and I'm not going to use my the applicator directly, but well, let's do it. Right? We're trying things out. Why not see how the applicator does? So, I'm going to go on top of my black. Oh my gosh, this color is ridiculous. I feel like you do need to work with it a little quick. So I have used Smoldering Satin on my inner corners. I can't really get in there with this applicator, so I'm going to put it on my hand and just pick it up with my finger like so. Pop that on the inner corner. These remind me of the Lime Crime. I always use these on my inner corner. The Lime Crime, I like it. And this kind of reminds me of that. These are just a little bit harder to blend out. So, whew, glitter city, right? But I do have some fallout from my shadows, so I'm going to actually get my brush and knock that off. But I do like the way this came out. Super glittery. Alright, so I finished my makeup. That way you can see what the look looks like overall. I used the 1993, this is the old Urban Decay packaging from, but yeah, this is the 1993 matte shade. And I don't know, what do you guys think? I kind of like it. It's very, whoa, like, this is evening. This is crazy. So yeah, I did notice that when you rub the black, that one wears really bad. So I'm wondering how this is going to fall out throughout the day. I hope it doesn't. But if it does, it does. Whatever. I really like the color. I will zoom you in so you can see the overall look. That's what it looks like. It's gorgeous. It's just hard to get those edges blended, but I really like the way it looks on my eyes. It's very fun. If you're wondering what mascara I'm using, it's the Tarte Man Eater. And on my brows is Anastasia Dip Brow in dark brown. On my cheeks is the Amazonian Clay blush in Glisten, and then of course my Cocoa Contour from Too Faced. Yes, this is the overall look. I like the lip that I decided to go with. It is very sparkly, and all I see is sparkles right now, but I kind of feel like there's glitter getting in my eyes. I don't know if that's just me or... it doesn't seem to be coming off on my cheeks. Seems to be staying pretty well. I really like the Molten Midnight. It's a gorgeous shade, and it's perfect for if you want to go glam. This is definitely an eyeshadow to go glam with. If you want a little bit more subdued or just that little bit of sparkle, I think Smoldering Satin would be a good shade for you. I know they have other shades as well. I really wish we got the purple one, but that's exclusive to Sephora. So if you guys wanted to see some other looks based on these guys, I can definitely do that for you. I know I did a, what do you call them? Not a hollow eye? Is that what it's called? You know, when you have the color in the middle is brighter. I think it's a hollow eye. I can't remember. My brain is fried right now. But anyways, doing the darker shades on the outer and inner corner, and then the light shade in the middle. I actually did like a brown red look, and then I put Smoldering Satin in the center and then on my inner corners, and I really like the way it came out. So if you want to see that one, I can definitely do that. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see how other ways to use the Molten Black one or the Molten Midnight, then just let me know as well. I don't think I'll pick up the other shades. I think I'm happy with these two because these are more my realm of colors, I guess. I wish I could get that purple one though, because I really do think that would be fun to do. So if I can get my hands on that purple one at Sephora, I definitely will. But yeah, I do not see other multiple uses on these guys, like my Lime Crime Diamond Crushers. Those ones, the glitter doesn't flake like this one does, so I could put those ones on my brow bone, I keep saying brow bone, cheekbones, and my Cupid's bow, but this one I feel like this is just meant for the eyes. That's what it's going to do. Don't bother putting it anywhere else on your body. It's just going to go on your eyes. So do I suggest these for the eyes? Definitely. These are a lot of fun. If you don't mind a little bit of fallout, it will get a little messy, but typical with glitters, that'll happen. This is just a one-step type of deal where you don't need the glue and you don't need the loose glitter to pack on. This one's just a little bit more quicker in that aspect. So yeah, I do suggest these if you guys are looking for some glitter eyeshadows. These are really nice to try out. If you don't want to go too bold, Smoldering Satin's a great universal color. It's a taupe. And then if you want a little bit more sultry and dark, I'd go with Molten Midnight because that is a black with silver glitter and it's really, really fun. And it looked really nice on my eyes. I really like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I apologize for not having videos last week. A lot of things have been going on in my life and I want to make sure that I'm level-headed before I start filming because I know I tried to film a video for last week and I was not in the right mindset. I was just kind of like worried about everything and it just didn't come out the way I wanted to. But yeah, you have to understand that life happens. It happens. You just kind of have to take it day by day, and that's pretty much been my motto with my depression and my anxiety, is just taking it day by day and learning to breathe, learning to feel a lot more confident about yourself because I feel like I can do a lot more when I feel level-headed. So I've been trying to balance my life out, balance my mindset out so that I don't worry as much because I have a big job and that's taking care of my children, taking care of my husband and making sure that everybody's happy. I know I should start taking care of myself first, but of course things in life happen. But anyways, that's just my little spiel about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.